I deleted all of my footage, every last drop of what I was gonna post tomorrow. So now it's Sunday night and I figure it's get ready with me time. I've always wanted to do like a makeup tutorial or of a get ready kind of thing. And so today was the day to film it. This is how I get ready. Thanks for watching. First up is brush your teeth. I don't know why anyone doesn't start to get ready with me like this. Like, I always brush my teeth before my makeup. If I want to look good, I feel like I want to taste good too, or just, you know, feel comfortable. Okay, feeling better. Now I put my hair up. I don't know how people do makeup tutorials with just like a little clip to do their bangs back. Like, when I do my makeup or when I eat or do anything, I just need all of my hair. Not on my neck, not anywhere near my face. I just need it all taken care of. By the way, I'm a little blonde right now. I bleach my hair every like 3 months to keep this whole thing going. So yeah, this is that time. I usually let it stay for like a week because I think it looks kind of cool. Sorry, someone plays the flute nearby. I don't know if you could hear that. You might be able to hear the fan, but I gotta stay cool. I always like to do a little facial spray. This is like the stuff that everyone likes. Who knows what it does? It just makes me feel fresh. Like, this makes me feel nice before I go into it. I don't think I was supposed to shake it. I just do one of these. Cool. So now I put some primer on. I like to get mattifying primer because that's what makes oily skin just kind of locked in and not so dewy and oily looking. So I have really cheap primer. Who knows if this is doing anything? It's from e.l.f. But it definitely makes me feel better to have something on my skin before I put a bunch of foundation on it. I probably shouldn't scratch my skin this much, but listen, I have to. Now I start right away with foundation. The Wet n Wild foundation is so good. It's like $7-8. Everyone who I've told to use this really likes it a lot. Like my mom likes it a lot. So I don't think I put a foundation on in a good way at all. Everyone does a little hand thing and you dip the sponge in and do that, but I'm not trying to get my hands dirty every single time I do my makeup. So I just put it on my face. I mean, if I was using this brush on other people, then yeah, that'd be gross, but it's just me. I should spray this with this, actually. I never do that, but we're gonna go full glam today, so let's see what that does. Usually, okay. All right. People always get this damp with water. Okay. Was I saying something about a beauty blender? Just dye your face. Well, yeah, some people put this in water like spray it with water or get it a little damp, and I'm sure that's totally the better way to do it. But I can't, running back all the way to your sink from where you do your makeup every time you do it is like, oh man. And I also know that if you just bounce this, it's a lot better for your skin. That takes forever. I mean, I'm trying because I'm like making a video, but no, this is how we do it in the morning. I always blend it down to my neck. Try to at least. I really don't put too much on, just enough. I'm also using my web camera to do this, so I don't really know how this looks. Next I do concealer. It's Wet n Wild again. I love all their stuff. Kind of ranges wherever I put this, but I have just been doing under my eyes and on my nose to make my nose a little skinnier, like bring out the points of my face, basically. I'll blend that all in. I actually really do try to just bump near my under eyes because that's definitely the #1 place on my face that I don't want to make even more bags and wrinkles. Woo! Okay, this is my favorite part. Always bake my face with powder. I've been getting the Kat Von D stuff. It's so expensive. Like, I feel like this is like $35. I mean, it'll definitely last me a year. This could last me like a year and a half, probably. I don't think everyone needs to bake their face. I think probably a very small part of the population does. My face is super oily. I feel like it's the most oily out of anyone that I know. I've just always had a lot of oil. So putting a bunch of powder on my face and letting it sit there for the whole time I do my makeup and just letting it sit in as much as possible really helps it kind of trap the oils and not come out on my face. And it makes me just feel so much better. Like, I hate walking around with a bunch of oil. Like, it makes me feel so uncomfortable. So I love this stuff. I keep seeing things about how like teenagers think baking is like so old and you don't need it and whatever, and I think that's dumb. I don't really care what anyone thinks, I guess. So I put it on the parts of my face that I wanted the kind of highlighter, just like where I put the concealer, but then I also lightly tap in just areas that I also get oil, which is everywhere on my face. So I do like I don't want to, it's hard because I don't want to make my cheeks like a high point or make them come out more, but I want them to be covered with a little powder. So I just put a tiny bit in there and like pat that in more so it's not baking, it's just patted in. And then another thing that I like to do early on in the makeup process is put lip plumper on my lips, because that makes your lips bigger. So the more time I can have it sitting on my lips before I need to like pat it to get the gloss off, because I don't like the gloss finish, the better. So I like to start the plumping process right away. I use e.l.f. lip plump. Well, it's lipstick, basically. Lip plumping gloss. It does burn, and I love it. And I actually got this tube too long ago. That's too embarrassing to say out loud, I guess. It's really, I feel like it's really similar to the color of my lips, so I like it a lot. Next up is eyes. Wet n Wild again. I'm their biggest fan. I'm a cheapskate, so I put eyeshadow primer on. I should have done some speaking exercises before this. But putting primer on also just helps with oil on your eyelids, and my eyelids are like, they're kind of small, so they all touch and it just rubs together and makes oil, I think. So any little help I can get with that is great. Just a tiny bit. You can just put concealer on too. I think it's pretty much the same thing. Now for eyeshadow, I have the Mini Controversy palette. Oh, this looks disgusting. I have used this every day for like whenever it came out, which I think was 2019. And it's not that year anymore. I love it. You can see which shades that I like. My sister got it to me for Christmas and it was the best gift ever. So I always like to put something dark in my crease. Basically just makes it look like I have a deeper eyelid, which is what I would like in another world. I kind of put a lot on in the beginning because I'm gonna blend it all out, so it's okay to look a little crazy right now. That was Diet Root Beer, by the way. The shade names are great. Then I go in with Exposed. Ever since I was in like 6th grade, I've loved putting light purple right here. I don't know. I mean, I always like to put a light color here because then that makes my lid look bigger. It makes my eyes look bigger and kind of pointed out more because they're exposed right there. So yeah, I've kind of learned about makeup from how I like to Photoshop my pictures. Like when I go back and see, oh, I'm putting a darker area near the top of my eye, then that means I should have put more eyeliner on because that's what I like. So it's kind of it just takes a long time to know what looks good on your face. Okay, and then I always like this area to be brighter too. So I do a little crowning on my couch. Just kind of drag it everywhere to like blend in all the colors together. Sick. And I always like to do a little bit of highlighter here just to make it even more bright and like bring out my eyes even more. And what I use is Wet n Wild. It's just a highlighting thing. Like you're just supposed to put this on your nose, but or wherever. I love it as eyeshadow. Like it looks so good on my eyelids. So yeah. Do a little with my finger and put it on the very tip. And you're golden. And I'm usually really sloppy with this because I'm using my finger and I think that's fine. Because it's glitter. You can have glitter anywhere you want. Sometimes I put a little here, but that gets to look like oil because at some point in the night it is oil. Now I do eyeliner. I just use like cheap pencils, like the ones that look like this. This is some L'Oreal thing, yeah. Whatever, I haven't found my favorite eyeliner yet, so if you have one, let me know. And yeah, I put it at the top and the bottom. Pretty sloppy with it, but I don't care too much. Basically, if you go too big on one side, you just go big on the other side, and then you're way too big on that side, and you make it bigger. Yeah, just keep building and building until they're kind of equal. And then you do the under part. Now I go for a little mascara. I like to have this sit on my eyes for a little bit before I do my setting spray, so I try to get that in as soon as possible. So right after eyeliner. I don't love this mascara either. I don't know what brand. The brand is scratched off. My favorite mascara is Better Than Sex, but it's too expensive and it doesn't last all year. I'm not like obsessed with my eyelashes. Like I don't need them to be like great. So I just use whatever. Can you even tell that I put that on? I don't really care. All right, I am obsessed with my eyebrows, so we get the good stuff for this. It's Anastasia eyebrow whatever brow definer. It's so good. It's another kind of expensive thing. It's like $23, I probably have to buy like 2 or 3 a year, but it's awesome. It takes me 2 seconds to do my eyebrows, watch. That's it. Like, I feel like I could have done it with my eyes closed. I think I am really lucky that I already have a good eyebrow shape, so I just have to go over it. But this is like the perfect thing for that. I mean, you could make something up too if you don't like your shape. Like, you could, I feel like you could do anything with this thing. They kind of look similar. That's kind of the whole little trend with my makeup and me, is that I'm not a perfectionist. So if it doesn't look like so amazing, that was never really the goal, you know. I don't really care. So we're almost done. At this point, I try to walk around the house and do a few chores because I like the powder to just set in as much as I can. And we wipe the powder off. I just take, oh, there's dogs in there. Brush, I think this is Wet n Wild, my girl. And I just like brush it off. I try not to like dig into it and brush it off, just kind of like slightly sweeping away any of the excess. Because I want the powder to be there, I just don't want to look like crazy. Now I add a tiny, tiny, tiny tap of the Wet n Wild again on my nose, just like the smallest, just to make it a little bright still. Then I go for some blush. This is, what even is this brand? GG. It's something that used to be sold in Target when I was in 3rd grade. That's probably when I got this. I've just been using this forever. It's probably my mom's, actually. And I just put a tiny bit on. A little sun kiss moment. And then I love the Too Faced bronzer. I get this from like Marshalls or TJ Maxx, like they always have it. I think maybe it's TJ Maxx. I love this. This is an Eco Tools brush. My sister got me a set for my birthday one year. She's great at makeup gifts. This is another eyeshadow brush by them, and then one of these, like a bigger one. They just feel so good, and it really does actually make your stuff go on better. So that's nice. And I just kind of make it look like I have more of a cut cheekbone. And then I put a little bit right here to make my forehead a little smaller. And then I do like a real light little tap. Probably doesn't even do anything. I don't want it to do too much. It just makes my nose look skinnier. Okay, that's pretty much a wrap. Now just a little setting spray. I've been using the Milani one. I think it's pretty good drugstore stuff. I'm still on the search to find like my perfect $14 setting spray. I know the, what's that purple one? Urban Decay. It's really good, but that's another like $20 one, and it's not, I don't need that. And that's it. Then I usually wash my hands first, actually. And I shake my hair out, toss it around a little bit, and I'm good to go. So that's how I get ready. That's my makeup look, a little bit about it. Thanks for watching. I don't know where I'm gonna go now. It's like 7 p.m. on a Sunday night. I should take pictures somewhere, but I was just really planning on going to bed in an hour, so. Thank you for watching. I always want to make one of these. Maybe I'll do another one with some other makeup look someday. But we'll see if you guys like this. All right, stay tuned for illegal activity. Bye.